Okay, today's November 16th. Here's our little girlfriend Coco, who supposedly has some car issues. We're going to go for a drive in the car, and I'm going to kind of explain the phenomena of car problems. But the first thing before obviously we just, look, this was dog that supposedly, and it was, not supposedly, I don't want to minimize it, she was afraid of men because she was an independent thinker. When dogs get to think independently, that's how they start assessing the world. Coco, sit. So, heel. Good girl, Coco. Sit. Stay. So, we're teaching her not to go barging out the door. Relax. So this is the door. Sit. We do all our training with a 6-foot leash on. Now she's become sit. Now she's gone from fearful to just this little neurotic dog. The bottom line here is relax. Here's the door to our house. Hi. Hi. We don't want any. Go away. We're relaxed, and we do this over and over. People at home are like drama. They're holding the dog back, they're screaming, they're yelling, they don't want the dog to run out the door. We teach the dog not to run out of the door. Then it gets confident. We don't let it get into a maniacal, crazy state. Okay, now we're outside. It's a little crappy out. She's nervous. She's nervous again. Her tail is between her legs. She doesn't understand. One of the things humans have to understand, we take everything for granted. This is not a car to her. This is an animal, and she's jumping in the back of an animal that moves. And dogs get disturbed by movement. So we're taking a dog and driving it where her whole environment is moving. So this is like a dog house on wheels at best. Sometimes we don't get just the fact that carbon monoxide is coming out of the car. Her head is 16 inches off the ground. They're getting hit in the face with carbon monoxide. So sometimes people say, I don't get it. I tried. She wanted to jump up. I didn't want her to. Well, she's not ready to go. Everything's got to be done with us. She might be running in there to hide. I don't know what her issue is. I've never been in a car with her. But the bottom line is, she's nervous, like the first day she came. And when I take over her thinking for her, in theory, this is going to go away. Good girl, babe. So now I'm going to ask her to go in. Okay, go ahead up. Good girl. Good. And then I'm going to love her here. So she's nervous. So what do I got to do? I got to spend a few minutes here with her. I can't let her just, run. This is one of her problems. Good girl. Now she's laying down. I don't know if you can see that. And we're taking our time with her. Then guess what? I'm not going anywhere. I want to get out. Come on. Good. So even people that have dogs that get car sick. People get car sick. But we don't stop driving in cars. So then when a dog does get car sick, and this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because we don't take it. The only time we take the dog is to the vet. So they have to work through this. Then we tell her to go up. Come on, get up. Good girl. And then we tell her to get out. Good girl. And now the car doesn't necessarily, whatever it is. For her, it might be security, except when it moves. Then when it moves, the whole world starts to move. And what is she? She doesn't know. She doesn't know what everything is about. Good. Okay. All right. Okay, here we are. Now we're driving. And she does get nervous when people approach the car. She wants to, because remember, they are not, so she came closer to us. We're not holding her. She's got her leash on always. We keep a leash on when we're supervising her. If she's not supervised, she needs to be put away. But here's what's got to be understood. When we pull into the gas station, which we're going to, and the gas station attendant goes to our moving mobile doghouse with what looks like a gun sticking into the back of this, to her, it's a terrorist. It's not the gas attendant. It's a terrorist that she's got to get away from. And when she barks and goes crazy, the car is continually moving, so we're always going away from what she's afraid of. So if she barks at a squirrel, we're moving. The squirrel disappears. If she barks at the gas station attendant, we're going to disappear. He is going to disappear at some point. So I stopped once to ask somebody for directions, and she acted very aggressive towards the car, at which point I picked up the leash and corrected her. Now she came up forward. I'm not going to really start petting her right now. We're going to go to the gas station, and I'm going to invest $20 in this training exercise. I need gas anyway. But and understand what's happening here. This is a moving vehicle. Her world is moving around her. Dogs don't go in cars. And then if she's fearful of things, she starts to bark at the gas station guy. Whatever it is, and they disappear eventually. And we try to soothe them, and we try to talk in English. We say, oh, it's the gas station attendant. She doesn't understand anymore. This is a terrorist trying to get into her territory. Now she's kind of relaxed. Here we turn, and we're ready for the shenanigans. She got up. My leash is relaxed. So look at her. She's on high alert now. She went from being relaxed in her doghouse, her mobile doghouse, to being on high alert because things are moving. She knows this is where when we pull by these things that look like pumps, they are pumps, she knows that somebody's going to approach the car. I'm trying to be relaxed. I'll love her a little bit, but I'm going to correct her craziness. Right, Bubby? I pulled up on the wrong side. All right. But we're not getting excited about this. I'm not. I'm going to work this problem out. And this is what happens. This is what we deal with. So I'm going back. So I'm using the world around us to teach the dog something. She can't run around loose like a lunatic. So it's going to be a little firm-handed. Good girl. I have my leash, and I'm going to fix this. Good, good, good. So this is way over the top neurotic behavior. Good, babe. But I'm not letting him feed into it. Or I'm not letting the dog feed into it. Good girl. So this will something we'll work on. It's not going to be fixed today. I can't tell the dog that this isn't a terror. It may be, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, she needs to relax. Good girl, good girl. Now the man's coming around back, and she's slightly better. Good girl. Good, 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 good. This is a little better. You can see her back there. Go ahead, take a video. She's on alert, but she laid down. The man is back there somewhere, and as he comes closer, she's going to go off again. Good, good, good. No, quiet. Good, 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 good. Good. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Thank you, sir. Good. Stop. Quiet. Quiet. And we're going to work this out. And within, I don't know, 2 or 3 sessions like this, she's not going to stop. It looks a little ugly, I suppose, to the casual observer. But really what I'm doing is protecting her. She just doesn't know it yet from herself. So. Okay, we just got back from the emergency room with the gas station attendant. No, we're working on now. Here it is. It's a little more. Come over here. Here comes Brooke. And of course, the dog is a little familiar with Brooke, but she still gets anxiety. Hi, Brooke. We shake hands. The dog can't come up here. You see, the dog is anxious. Stop. Good dog. Good. And this time, she's going to come by and give her a treat. Then, get back. I don't want her up front with us. Come on back over here. All right, that's good for now. Thank you very much, Brooke. That was wonderful. So it's a desensitizing. You know, she does have an over-the-top reaction, but the reason for it is the way she's been managed. Again, this becomes a management issue. Are we training the dog to understand what the proper behavior is when somebody approaches the car? She's laying down, she's calm, I'm relatively calm, and we're going to do that. And, you know, it's not something that is going to be fixed. This is a psychological reaction she's having to movement. There's a change in her environment. Oh, the things we do to train dogs is ridiculous.
Like stalk people.
Oh, all right, I'm going to get arrested. This guy thinks he's getting mugged. Stop, babe.
On camera.
On camera, Robin. Now we watch the dog. And here's the man. Can you see the man? He's going to come by. I'm going to open the windows. Stop. Good. Hello, sir. Train. This is the Ronkonkoma train station. Okay, thank you. Stop. Good. Good. Better. Okay, today is November 19th. I have my lunatic friend Coco here. She's over the top with aggression, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. She's nuts in the car. How's that, professionally speaking? She's loco. So how we deal with this is deep-rooted. So all dogs have issues in the car. As I was saying, all dogs have some, or I shouldn't say all, most dogs have some anxiety inside a vehicle because it's constantly moving. So therefore their environment is constantly changing. So not all, most dogs experience it. Not all is as deep-rooted as this. So this is just like any other psychological problem a human has. If you have a fear of flying and you're nervous when you're flying, that's prevalent. That's a lot of people are nervous flying. Some people can't fly. They refuse to fly. They just won't do it. So it's have fear of heights, darkness. So this dog has anxiety in a moving vehicle. That wasn't addressed early on. It probably was made worse by people either avoiding driving or trying to teach the dog to, like, praise the dog. So as you can see now, take a swing back there. Coco's laying in the back, always the leash on. Today is my second day of trying to have him, you know, it's not easy. It's a deep-rooted problem. So when somebody asks me, are we ever going to fix the problem? We're going to try to make the problem significantly better. We're never going to, I think, eliminate this because it's so deep-rooted in the dog. But we're going to do it, and it's going to be a little different methodology. I use a firm hand to correct the bad behavior, and I follow up with some treats. And we're going to work this out. We're going to know better tomorrow, and I'm going to take a little ride and see if it's a little better today. Okay, so now we're at a shopping center. We see improvement. The dog is triggered, though, by movement, particularly people. And if somebody looks at him, particularly men, stare at him, he goes off. And I correct him, and I'm trying to make this a relatively pleasant experience. So I'm not bribing him with food. I'm giving him food so that this is not a negative experience. So it's kind of awkward because I have to ask people. You guys know where the PetSmart is?
Right down there. Building it right down there. It's not here yet.
Oh, it's not open yet?
Not open yet.
Okay, great. Then film. Thank you. Film him. So you see somewhat of a calmer demeanor, and I'm asking questions. I can't let her think too much. Now she's going to see people and get excited. Good girl. But it's better. I'm relaxed. She's relaxed. 2 days ago, she was here, baby. So this is my methodology for this. We're going to try to find some more victims of our... And there's somebody right there. That's good. She turned away from him. And let's see. So we're just using our environment. Here comes a motorcycle behind us, which historically is huge because she don't know what a motorcycle is. A motorcycle is another noisy animal that's running away from her. And her environment's changing. So she needs to know we're in charge of her environment. I feel much better about this. But we're sitting in front of a Dunkin' Donuts. We like Dunkin' Donuts. I actually bought her one. And there's people all around now, coming and going. And she's settling down more. There goes a man, walked right by. But I'm controlling her. What we as humans take for granted, as always, this is a dog that was bred for hunting and retrieving things. So it's bred to detect very subtle movements, a rabbit, and it goes after it. So through its genealogy, you're going to find probably a very well-bred hunting dog, but somewhere all the wires got mixed up. So in the case of a car window, a dog's like, oh my God, I have to kill the window because it's moving, and then it stops. So when I bite it, it stops. So what we have now is, and we're going to work on this, the methodology here is actually I'm just going to feed her. It's the only place she's going to get, she's getting a nice donut. This is rare for me to give a dog one of my donuts. So the only time she's going to get food ever. She's not going to have her regular feeding. She's not going to eat at 5 or 6 o'clock. She's only going to get food in association with being in this car. I'm not asking her to do anything. I'm not asking her to sit or stay. When I see her ears come forward and she acts on her instinct, which is to retrieve something or chase something away, that's all she wants to do. Out of fear, because she is fear motivated, which we know. So her method of getting rid of somebody is barking. This is actually good. I picked a relatively busy parking lot, and there are people coming and going, and she's focused on me now. All right, so one of the things that I really need to clarify is food reward. It's misunderstood. I'm not giving her food to do a trick. I'm not even asking her to do anything. I'm not asking her to sit or to stay. I'm correcting the bad behavior. The food is just a motivator. It'll desensitize her. If she's hungry and she needs food, and she gets it when she's behaving. So we're driving by. We have a lot of people here. There's all kinds of activity. Oh, hi. Good. There's people so close to me now. This is huge. Huge. We're really making a difference. If I don't run anybody over, then she's looking. I'm not asking her not to look. She's very entitled to look. She can't act out.